Players One Act Play Festival 2026. Thank you all for coming. I'm Peter Danning-Howard, as this year's producer. I'll get to the play in a moment, but first I'd like to express our deep gratitude to the Nanaimo First Nation for letting us use their traditional and ceded territory, and urge you all to read the 94 recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Okay, so next, Gabriel Players wants to thank all of you very much for your huge support. We've sold out all 4 shows. Next is we want a big thank you to our season sponsor, Tina and Guy of Royal LePage Realty, Gabriola. And if you look in your program, you'll see that we have numerous advertisers. They're mainly sponsors. So a big thank you to all of these people. Yourselves at this services at this company for you. And next, it takes a huge crew. You would not believe. I think there's 25. It's a huge crew of people working behind the scenes to put on these productions. So some of the jobs they're doing are listed in your program. So a big thank you to all. And what was I going to say next?
Bathrooms.
Anyway, so I'll skip on to the housekeeping. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. If any of you want to help out with the Gabriola Players production, then we would love to have you. And to find out what we're doing, go to the Gabriola Players website. It's gabriolaplayers.ca, or it's on Facebook. Okay, so a few housekeeping details. If you haven't been to the roll-on, the bathrooms are in the back behind the 2 doors. And in the event that we have to get out of here in a hurry, there's 4 exit doors. The first door is the one you came through, over here in the back. And another door back there, believe it or not, you have to go through both sets of double doors and into the storage area to the left, and you can go out that way. And there's 2 doors up here that are sort of obstructed, but if you come up these stairs and go down the stairs, it will be the fastest way out that way. And finally, if you have electronics that might go off during the show, please turn them off or put them on silent. Okay, so we're going to show 3 One Act plays today, all written by local writers. So the first play is Written for the Rector, written by Kevin Crowley, who is here tonight. Somewhere in the back, he's here tonight. So I keep saying tonight, I'm sorry. Anyway, and it's directed by Kristen McKay. And then there'll be a short break while we redo the stage, and the next play will be Manufacturing Doubt, written by Steve Earle, and is directed by Gary Woodwell, who's in the back. Then there'll be an intermission and a brief announcement at the end of that by Wendy Phillips. And the last play is A Life of Their Own, written by myself and directed by Wendy Phillips. So,
What's the matter with you?
I feel terrible.
What do you feel terrible about?
I got drunk last night.
We're university students. We're supposed to get drunk. It's practically a requirement.
In the seminary?
You got drunk in the seminary? That's brilliant.
It doesn't feel brilliant.
Oh, come on, bro. Give me all the details. I want to hear all about it.
It was kind of an Oktoberfest thing.
Wasn't Oktoberfest last month?
Yes, but the seminarians were writing exams, and then it took them a while to get permission to bring a keg of beer into the dining hall. Anyway, they invited us associates and a few of the younger priests to join them for some beer and sausages.
What's an associate?
An undergrad who thinks he might have a vocation.
To the priesthood.
Yes, to the priesthood.
It's 2026. Are you telling me there are still young men who want to become priests?
Yes, I happen to be one of them.
Why?
I think I have a calling.
A calling. That's a pretty vague term for something that requires a lifelong commitment. I mean, do you really want to make a decision like that when you're still so young? I mean, look at you. You're barely out of high school. You're an innocent, a mere babe who has yet to taste of the rich banquet of life. What if you get ordained and you find out later that you really dig sex, drugs, and rock and roll? Why not live a little first? Paint the town red, sow your wild oats, run away the Cirque du Soleil. And then, when you're streetwise and world-weary, you'll be in a much better position to decide. In fact, you'll make a better priest. I mean, who'd you rather have hear your confession? Keith Richards or some goody two-shoes with no life experience?
Keith Richards. A priest?
Oh, forget it. Let's get back to the piss up at the seminary.
It wasn't a piss up. At least it wasn't supposed to be. The idea was to have a beer or two, to show that priests can be ordinary guys too.
So, let me get this straight. Mix a few young priests and a gang of cheeky seminarians and a couple confused undergrads. Then you wheel in a full keg of beer and surprise, surprise, everyone gets hammered?
It wasn't like that.
Sounds a lot like that.
The priests just had a taste of beer in juice glasses, for heaven's sake. And then they left, and it was just us associates and a few seminarians, and, well, yes, a lot of beer.
So you all got plastered.
I think I was the only one who overdid it.
Define overdid.
I puked in the chapel. It's not funny. I feel wretched.
It is funny. It's hilarious.
It doesn't feel hilarious. It feels awful. I'm mortified. I'm ashamed. I'm filled with remorse.
That's just the hangover / Catholic guilt talking. Listen, my friend. You're just a normal young guy doing what normal young guys do. Sure, the church has laid down a few moral guardrails to keep us on the straight and narrow. And maybe you broke through those guardrails last night. But don't beat yourself up and don't let some misguided sense of rectitude make you loathe yourself.
I should loathe my behavior at least.
I disagree. What did that old rascal St. Augustine say? Lord, make me good, but not yet.
I think he said, grant me chastity, but not yet.
Even better. Anyways, you learned something about yourself.
Have I?
Sure, you learned you're a normal young man.
If this is normal, I don't like it. I'm embarrassed. I feel like I let myself down. I thought I was better than this.
Newsflash, you're human. And we humans are flawed. That's neither good nor bad. It's just the way it is. Remember what Walt Whitman said.
No, what did Walt Whitman say?
Do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes.
That's what scares me. I want to be a good person. I want others to think of me as a good person. But then I go off the rails and get drunk? I'm so inconsistent. I mean, a priest needs to be even-keeled, right? A priest is supposed to be a role model.
Well, that's the problem right there.
What do you mean?
Impossibly high standards. Pretending that nuns and priests are superhumans who can resist temptation better than the rest of us. You want an alternative role model? Check out Graham Greene's Whiskey Priest.
A bit extreme, but I get the point. The paradox of being sinful, yet trying to do good.
Well, that's the core of Christian belief. Acknowledging human imperfection and accepting that only through Christ's intercession and the grace of God can we be saved.
Well, it's not about priests being perfect, it's about striving. Striving to be good, striving to resist temptation, striving to set an example.
So, what happens when we fall short? Like getting drunk in the seminary. Do we whip ourselves with a rope and nuts, gnash our teeth, rend our clothing, torture ourselves with remorse? None of these things are healthy, my friend.
You sound like a psychotherapist.
That would be my mother.
Ah, you're the product of a liberal upbringing.
An enlightened upbringing. At least that's what we call it at our house.
And yet, here you are, a secular-minded student in a Catholic university.
Blame it on my Jesuit high schooling.
Ah yes, the Jesuits. Critical thinking, rigorous self-reflection, the study of competing ideas.
Well, it's not just the Jesuits. You know, James Baldwin once said that the purpose of education is to create in the person the ability to look at the world for himself, to make his own decisions and decide for himself if there is a God in heaven or not.
What's with all the literary references?
The curse of an only child who grew up in a household full of books. Google it. It's a thing.
So why are you here?
You mean, why did I get hauled to the rector's office?
Yes.
It's pretty sordid.
What did you do?
I farted in the confessional.
How would the rector even know it was you?
Well, it was my signature fart. A thunderous start like the beginning of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, followed by an atonal rumble and a sweet staccato of rising notes. People who know me know that fart.
You're making this up.
Ain't no flies on you.
Seriously, what did you do?
You know that nativity scene they put in the middle of campus?
Sure, with the life-size figures.
Well, I dressed it up a bit.
How?
I put sunglasses on the camels.
That's pretty tame.
Then I changed out the frankincense for a box of cigars.
Still no biggie.
And then I stuck a giant reefer between the fingers of baby Jesus.
Oh, geez, that does cross a line.
Probably. But it seemed funny at the time.
Do you think they'll expel you?
Well, I doubt it. My mom went to St. Owen's with the rector, and she's a pretty big donor to the university. Worst case, I get a scolding and some community service.
That sounds about right. I mean, it was just a lighthearted prank, right? It's not like you got drunk in the seminary and puked in the chapel.
You can come on in, dear. You can have a seat here. I'm sorry for the wait, boys, but the rector is still tied up in a meeting. He suggests that you chat among yourselves and get to know one another.
That's a bit odd.
What?
Chat among yourselves, get to know one another.
She was just being nice.
Maybe. But I bet it's the old good cop, bad cop routine. Executive assistant comes in and makes us relax. Then the rector comes in and brings down the hammer.
You watch too much TV.
I'm strictly a podcast guy.
True crime, I bet.
A little bit of everything, actually. You might say I'm ecumenical.
So, what were you guys laughing about when I came in?
Oh, Father First Year here got drunk in the seminary.
Ah, cool.
You see, buddy, you're a legend.
What'd you do?
He desecrated baby Jesus in the manger.
You're the guy that stuck a doobie in the Christ child's fingers?
You got me, Copper.
Pretty juvenile, don't you think?
Getting drunk in the seminary isn't.
He doesn't look like the kind of guy who would get drunk in the seminary. You, on the other hand, look like just the kind of guy who would stick a joint in baby Jesus' hand.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move on, though. What did you do to land in the rector's doghouse?
My boyfriend spent the night in my dorm room.
Which dorm?
St. Mary's.
Oh my.
Ooh, a co-ed sleepover, eh? You won't find that on St. Owen's list of approved activities for Catholic residents.
No, I'm not Catholic.
Then why are you a student at St. Owen's? Why not one of the other universities?
St. Owen's gave me a gold scholarship.
A full ride?
Yeah, tuition, residence, and a meal plan.
Are you worried they'll take it away from you?
No, then they would have to admit that they made a mistake giving me a scholarship in the first place. I'm betting they let it slide.
Yeah, they'll probably just stitch a big red A on your blouse. That's another literary reference, bucko.
Honestly, I think the nuns are just more concerned I'm using birth control.
I wouldn't minimize the hanky-panky. Sex does get the nuns pretty wound up.
No, she's right. The church disapproves of sex outside of marriage, but it considers artificial contraception to be downright evil. It's a fascinating topic. Church fathers have been discussing it for 2,000 years.
Talk about an obsession with sex, and yet despite all that talk, they still give birth control a hard no.
Well, as they say in celibacy class, a hard no is preferable to a hard...
On a related note, Pope Paul VI publicly acknowledged the church's birth control quandary,
What quandary?
whether the church should change its stance on artificial contraception. We discussed it in Father Coyne's class on moral philosophy. Does the use of birth control give free rein to lust and thereby damage the institution of marriage? Of course, the topic goes hand in hand with other questions, such as, should married couples have sex for pleasure or sex strictly for procreation?
Whoa there, big fella. Sounds like that's gonna bring on another bout of self-loathing.
We're just discussing ideas here.
It's funny how the university encourages us to discuss these young things, and yet the final word always goes to old men who have never had sex or families.
Well, never say never, sister. Father First Year and I were just talking about human frailty in the priestly class.
Right, just look at all the popes who have had mistresses and kids.
Let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Is that from Life of Brian? I love that movie.
Blessed are the cheesemakers.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you believe in God?
Let's say I'm an agnostic.
Ah, a disciple of Richard Dawkins, I see.
Oh, and Bertrand Russell.
The wishy-washy twins.
What do you mean?
Atheists who cling to the safety net of agnosticism.
Hardly. They just acknowledge that you can't prove that God doesn't exist.
Ooh, take note of those double negatives, my friend. The devil is a crafty deceiver.
I've always wondered where atheists and agnostics get their values from.
That's what humanism is all about. Humanists believe that we have the capacity to form a moral framework on our own without having to get it from some deity. The world is chock full of people, moral people, who have never stepped foot in a church, a synagogue, or a temple.
Can you be a humanist and a Christian?
Of course, I say that all good people, regardless if they believe in a God or not, are humanist at the core.
What about spirituality?
What about it?
Do you believe in a higher plane of purpose? Something that transcends the individual and connects us all?
Like being a Taylor Swift fan?
Not quite.
Yes, I feel a sense of spirituality, but for me, it has nothing to do with religion or a personal God. It's about looking up at the stars on a winter's night, or walking through an ancient forest. It's that sense of wonder at the sheer size of the universe and the vastness of time, and how we humans are just microscopic threads woven into this magnificent tapestry.
Whew. Wow. That was like hearing Linus explain the meaning of Christmas.
Yes, it was awesome.
Can I ask you guys something?
Fire away.
Why do you believe in God?
Well, first, I was brought up to believe in God. I can't imagine not believing in Him. Second, it boils down to a matter of faith. I know that sounds like indoctrination, but the world is full of mysteries that science hasn't been able to explain, like who created us, and why do we yearn for some kind of greater meaning to life? When I look at these questions through the lens of faith, I feel far more comfortable than when I look at the same questions through the lens of science.
That yearning can be explained through evolutionary biology, and people who practice meditation can feel the same kind of peace that others get through prayer.
Maybe. I guess that's where faith comes into it. At some point, you just have to believe.
Or maybe believers just can't handle ambiguity.
I'd say most humans have trouble with ambiguity. That's why we need faith, or science, or both.
What about you, Reaper Boy? Why do you believe in God?
Well, I could recite Thomas Aquinas' 5 proofs for the existence of God, but your friend Dawkins gave those a pretty good ass whipping. I agree. The ambiguity is hard to handle. I mean, my rational brain desperately wants to join Team Science, but when a crisis strikes and life goes out of hell, science doesn't provide much comfort. When my father was diagnosed with cancer, he and my family read everything we could about the disease. We changed our diets, we practiced meditation, and we prayed. Still though, my old man died. I've kept up all the healthy stuff, but the one thing that's helped me is faith. Believing that there is a purpose to things, that life isn't just some random and meaningless journey from cradle to grave. You can question religious faith, but it does give you a framework to make sense of things.
I get that, but organized religion has a hell of a lot to answer for.
What do you mean?
All the wars, violence, injustice carried out in the name of one god or another? Holy wars, crusades, inquisitions, pogroms, persecutions, genocides, deportations, not to mention the abuse of children and indigenous residential schools. And don't even get me started on the injustices against women. I mean, most religions still treat women like inferior beings or worse.
There is certainly an ugly side to religion, and we absolutely have to call it out.
I agree, but can't we call out the ugly stuff while still leaving room for the good things that come out of religion?
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear this.
There have always been good people within the churches. People who have fed the hungry, cared for the sick, sheltered refugees, built hospitals, started schools, fought for justice, and advocated for the poor. Maybe the good doesn't make up for all the bad, but it's there, and that's what inspires me.
I get the desire to do good, but there are so many ways to do good outside of the church. I mean, why belong to an organization that marginalizes women and vilifies people who identify as queer? I just don't get it.
I don't always get it either, but I think that has to do with the ambiguity you were talking about. People and organizations aren't perfect. The question is, are there enough positives to outweigh the negatives?
And can we work from within to change the things that need changing?
Wow, you guys have a lot more patience than I do.
Don't you love conversations like this?
I do. It's exhilarating, thinking about provocative ideas, debating beliefs, really digging into things. We do a lot of it in my critical thinking class.
Oh yeah, who teaches that?
The rector. He says the world is so polarized right now that it's almost impossible to have civil discussions with people who think differently than you. He challenges us to examine our beliefs and explore new ideas. He has this quote he loves to recite. A person has no more right to an opinion for which he cannot account than to a pint of beer for which he cannot pay.
Oh, please don't talk about beer.
Ooh, my uncle says you can learn more from an after-class discussion in the pub than you can from the class itself.
Oh, I'm guessing he's not a professor.
He's a journalist.
Ah, talk about your crafty deceivers.
Hi, folks. Sorry for the wait. The rector says that you're all free to go.
What? He's not going to meet with each of us?
No scolding?
All is forgiven?
Yes, yes, and maybe.
The
rector likes to say that a university education is as much about self-discovery as it is about textbooks and lectures. Getting to know yourself is a messy business. It can be scary and wonderful at the same time. My advice, be brave and embrace it.
Is that it?
Isn't that enough?
Did we just get played?
Oh, big time.
You mean the rector did this on purpose? He called us in and left us waiting so we'd talk things out together?
It's pretty sneaky, huh?
Oh, pretty brilliant, I'd say.
You know, I really enjoyed our conversation. It made me feel a lot better about last night.
There's hope for you yet, Padre.
Hey, do you guys want to get a beer?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm just gonna grab a bite to eat. All good? Oh, good, yeah. I just got here. Cool. Back in a sec. All right, yes, that's fine. Thank you. Oh. Okay, please, have a bite of this and save me from it. Sure, just a small piece. I love pastry. Good, isn't it? That is yummy. Okay, So, how you doing, Ange? You look a little frazzled.
Is that obvious?
Yeah.
I got final exams next week. I could use a break from school. Let's not talk about it. Hey, I'm
Okay.
dying to hear about your new job.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's got this big new office way outside of town, close to the airport, near where I live. I am so glad I'm not going to be spending 3 hours a day in rush hour traffic anymore. Oh, and on days when it's nice out, like yesterday,
Yeah.
I can ride my bike to work.
That's awesome, Bernie. What's it called?
PCD.
PCD?
It's a subsidiary of the Permaco company.
The giant oil company.
Yeah, that's it. It's really little. It's Permaco Climate Division. There's only like 20 people or so, not like some giant office tower downtown. Best part of this job is I'm making twice what I did at the technical college. Plus, it has great healthcare benefits and I get a free gym membership. The whole thing's almost too good to be true.
Since when do oil companies have climate divisions?
I mean, crazy, isn't it? But that's what we are. I'm gonna be working with an actual climate scientist who's from like Denmark or something. The stuff they give me to read talks all about how companies need to understand and adapt to climate change.
Seems a little hypocritical for an oil company.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe. It really depends on what we do. But, I mean, aren't oil companies supposed to be changing how they do things?
Well, I'm skeptical, Bernie. I guess you're gonna find out, aren't you?
Yeah, it's always good to be a little bit skeptical. And I'm gonna find out one way or another. So hey, what are you doing with the rest of your afternoon? Wanna catch a movie, hang out or something?
I'd really like to, but I got final exam on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. I gotta spend every spare moment I can studying.
Shoot,
Yeah, I'm gonna be Angie Boring Bear until next weekend.
shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot. Hey, when's your last exam on Friday?
It's 2 till 5.
Okay. All right, so as soon as you're done with your last exam, come on over to my place. I'll make dinner and we'll celebrate.
That sounds great. I'd like that. Okay, what should I bring?
Nothing, just bring yourself. I got this.
I can do that.
All right.
Are you gonna finish?
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, maybe I'll fight you for it.
It's Bernice, isn't it? I'm Peter.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Peter?
Peter with a D.
Oh, Peter. D. Yeah, I'll remember that. Please, have a seat.
No, that's okay. I just heard that you might be able to do my travel expenses for me. I just wondered.
Yeah, sure, no problem. It'd be my
Thanks.
pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Let's see what you got here, okay? Whoa, you went all the way up to Germany? And, whoa, and Norway too? If you don't mind me asking, what were you doing up there?
Sure, I had some meetings with Equinor up in Stavanger,
Where?
in Norway,
Okay.
and then I went to a climate conference in Frankfurt, Germany, and then I had a few days with my parents in Copenhagen.
Denmark, I knew that one.
That's right. Hang on a second, please.
Sure.
Joe, did you get that AMOC paper I sent?
Yes, sir.
Not sir, just paper. We're pretty involved.
Okay. I've downloaded the code and we are working on that right now. We plan to disperse the fresh water more widely and incrementally reduce the melting off Greenland and see what happens.
That sounds great. Yeah. Let me know how it goes.
Will do.
Perfect.
Sir, Penner, what do you want to do with the fresh water that doesn't end up going south?
Right, so just make sure more of it goes north, and so that less of it comes south and mixes with the Gulf Stream.
Okay, we'll make it happen.
Perfect. You look a little confused for a second. I really want you to understand what it is we're doing here, so if you have a minute.
Yeah, sure.
So at this conference in Frankfurt, some oceanographers from Scripps presented some new results that showed faster and more dramatic slowing of the AMOC circulation in the Atlantic Basin.
AMOC?
Oh, sorry. Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation. It's the general pattern of ocean currents in the Atlantic Basin, including surface currents like the Gulf Stream, which then overturn to become deep ocean currents. So far, so good, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe I can demonstrate. Sure, let's try this.
Okay.
So the Gulf Stream starts out here in the eastern tropical Atlantic, where it's hot and sunny and there's lots of evaporation, the water gets salty, and then it continues over into the western tropical Atlantic, into the Caribbean. Of course, still hot and sunny there, and more evaporation's getting saltier still. And then this current turns sharply north, past North America here, and then up past Greenland over here, and up around both sides of Iceland, and into the far North Atlantic, where it gets cold and becomes quite dense, and so that it sinks to become what we call North Atlantic deep water.
Okay, so North Atlantic deep water because it sinks.
That's right. And now I need you up here, Bernice,
Oh,
because I want you to take this surface water from me and become deep water and then head south. That's it. That's what happens. And you don't get to come up again until you reach Antarctica.
Okay.
So with climate change, specifically atmospheric warming, there's going to be stronger melting of glacial ice here on Greenland, bringing more fresh water into the North Atlantic, mixing with the Gulf Stream that's coming up this way, making the Gulf Stream water less salty, and therefore less enthusiastic about sinking up here in the far north. This stuff's pretty well understood.
Okay, so all that warm water that's going way up north isn't sinking as well as it used to because of climate change, because it's too warm.
Not exactly that, no. It's
Oh.
it's partly because it's mostly because it's not salty enough. It's cold up there, but because there's all this fresh water coming off Greenland, it's getting diluted, it's not salty enough, it has to be both salty and cold to sink. So it's not sinking as readily as it used to, and that's slowing the whole thing down. And that'll have climate change implications. In lots of places, yeah.
So, like, what kinds of implications?
Well, for starters, it's going to be cooler up here in the far north because there's less warm water coming this way. But then it's going to be hotter in the tropics, potentially a lot hotter, and even in the far south. And apart from that, the climate's just going to become more freaky than it normally is. Big storms, too much wind sometimes, a lot of rain in places where you're not expecting it, and too dry in other places. It's really important for us to understand how this process is going to change. So Joe and the others are going to tweak some things in the Scripps model, such as where that water that's coming off Greenland gets dispersed to, and how, as it starts to cool up here, the rate of melting there should decrease. And we'll run the model here on our machine and see what happens.
Okay, I think that makes sense, but stupid question, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We, at PCD, we want to cast some doubt on the Scripps result.
So, you think the Scripps scientists are wrong and you want to set the record straight?
So that's one way of thinking of it. In fact, I actually think they're right. But it's my job here to make it look like they could be wrong. That's what I'm paid to do. Thanks for taking care of those receipts for me, Bernice.
Yeah,
See you
sure.
later.
No problem.
When the ocean
Okay, I just sent you the itinerary. I managed to get you a reservation on the Permaco private jet, and I got you a suite at the Hotel Saskatchewan. Anything else?
That's great, Bernice. I'll also be meeting with a couple of MLAs. I'd like to get them football seats for the Rough Rider game. Let's see, premium seats if possible tomorrow. Tomorrow's available?
Okay, let me take a look. All right, yeah. You're in luck. The Rough Riders are at home against the Blue Bombers, 6 p.m. local time tomorrow. That work?
Perfect.
Okay.
What's available?
Yeah, let me see. Ooh, geez, okay, so there's this thing called a One Acts Platinum, it's a suite. It's gonna be $3,500, but it comes with hors d'oeuvres and a bar.
Perfect. Grab that. I'll also need a driver and a car. Let's see. Here we go. Try black tie limo.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they should have something. Let me get a quote. Okay, so if you pick it up at 5 from the capital area, take the game 5:30, wait 3 hours for you there. Done at 8:30, back at around 9. Oh, ow, that's gonna be $350. $450 with the wet bar.
Perfect. We need the wet bar. Definitely. Also, email me all the details, and I'll take them out for dinner afterwards. I'll pick up the tab.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what are you gonna be doing with all these MLAs?
Yeah, sure. We want them to pass a new law that will put greater restrictions on wind and solar power projects in Saskatchewan. After all, the less renewables they have working for them, the more oil and gas they'll need from us.
So you'll be encouraging them to change some legislation?
No. We write the legislation, we give it to them, they pass it. It's Saskatchewan, Bernice. It's not Quebec. There'll be no opposition whatsoever.
Okay, I just emailed you all the new information. You should be good to go.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome. Yes, calling you to find out if I could get reservations for 3 on Wednesday, the 24th. Yes, okay, and if they need to extend, they can work that out with you, right? Okay, great. Okay, so the first name is going to be Julia Blanchard. No, that's chard, as in like Swiss chard. Danny Cameron. Yep. Right. And Kevin Reed. R-E-I-D. Yes. They'll be arriving in the early evening. Okay, great. Can you email me the itinerary and the receipts? All right, thank you very much. You take care. Bye.
Wow, Bernice, you're so efficient, amazing. Thanks for setting all this up for me.
Okay, take a look. Are your folks gonna need a rental car for whatever they're doing up there at Fort Mac?
No. The plan is for them to either rent or buy an old beater from a local, so they look like some boneheaded environmentalists. And they will be joining a Cree First Nations protest outside of Fort McMurray, posing as activists. The Cree Nation is protesting against the release of polluted water in the Athabasca River, which runs through their territory. The team will be gathering information by talking to the protest organizers. They will be wired in, and one of them, Julia, will have a hidden camera. They'll be bringing back information that we can use for a slap we're working on against the nation.
Slap?
Oh, SLAP. S-L-A-P-P. Strategic lawsuit against public participation. We filed claims against environmental organizations, First Nations, and individuals. We typically seek massive penalties, like tens of millions of dollars, against those losers who don't have a hope in hell of raising that kind of money or finding good lawyers to defend themselves. The purpose is to intimidate.
So the protesters will just give up and go home, and the company can keep dumping polluted water in the river.
That's the usual outcome, at least in Alberta. That wouldn't work in in Ontario or in British Columbia because they've got stronger anti-slap legislation. Oh, merde. I've got a Zoom meeting. I got to go. Thanks, Bernice.
Yeah. Okay, Jackie. Come on, where are you, Anne? You're never late. Okay? Yeah, come on in. It's open.
Sorry I'm late, Bernie. Out of my control.
Oh my God, what happened?
There was a phony bomb scare called
What?
into the campus. Yep, we were put on lockdown for over an hour before the exam could even get started.
Oh my God.
Hi. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry, I
Too.
planned on going home to change, but it got so late, I just came straight over.
No worries. I'm just glad you're here and not blown to little pieces. Hey, how did all your exams go this week?
Okay, I suppose. I don't know. Exam results, they seem so random. Sometimes I think I've bombed. Again, poor reference.
Yeah.
And I've done great. And other times, I think I've nailed it. And it's a shit show. Is what it is. Nothing I can do about it now. Anyways, how was your week?
Oh, first.
What do we got to drink?
Oh my God, okay. So I got wine, 2 kinds of beer, some of the harder stuff if you want that, soft drinks, and juice.
No, I'm dying of thirst. A beer sounds perfect.
Okay, let me get you some.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I got nothing going on for the next 2 weeks now. It's party time!
Okay, okay, so I've got Big Rock Grasshopper and Wrangler.
Grasshopper's good, yeah.
Okay.
Get it over here, come on.
I'm coming. Thanks. You're welcome. Cheers. So dinner's gonna be ready soon. Do you wanna hang out on my balcony until it's done? It's nice out there.
Yeah, I've never been out there. Wow, nice view. All the way to downtown even.
Uh-huh, kinda.
Yeah, except for that haze.
Yeah.
Hey, is that the control tower at the airport over there?
It is. Okay, so if you look just to the right of that, okay, so there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that 5-story red brick building with the green roof on it.
I see it.
Yeah, that's the PCD office where I work now.
Hey, nice. It's so close. How's work going anyways? You getting the hang of it?
I mean, what I'm doing is pretty straightforward. Everyone else? Holy shit.
Well, tell me about that.
Okay, so there's these 3 people that I work with. There's Peter, Eric, and Jackie, right?
Yeah.
I'll start with Peter. He's this climate scientist who's actively working to undermine other climate scientists.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay. So he's digging around with the research and changing the variables to get different outcomes in order to make it look like climate scientists in general aren't credible.
That is so creepy, Bernie. It's kind of like what the tobacco companies used to do.
Yeah.
Probably still do. Make people ignore the health risks and just keep smoking. It's called manufacturing doubt. Yeah. It's meant to degrade confidence in science and scientists.
Yeah, I guess so.
This guy, Peter, he is a scientist, isn't he? Why would he even do that?
I don't know. I mean, he gets paid really well, I think. Well, speaking of which, they made me sign a non-disclosure agreement. I technically shouldn't be talking to you about any of this, but I feel like I have to tell someone, and I know I can trust you.
Absolutely. Hey, your secrets are safe with me.
Thank you. Hey, dinner's ready. You hungry?
Yes, I'm starving.
All right, coming up.
Paradise, pulled up a parking lot.
pie was amazing. Did you make it?
No, I'm no good at pies. I got it from the bakery down the street. I did do the whipped cream though.
Nice work. So creamy and whippy. So tell me more about your work. I love this stuff.
Oh, God. Okay. So this other person I work with is Eric. He's this wannabe cowboy lobbyist who's going all over the country to schmooze with politicians at capitals. Part of my job is to get him game tickets and concert tickets and whatever else he needs to take people out. So, like last Wednesday, he was in Regina. He spent tens of thousands of dollars on private jets and game tickets and dinners and God only knows what the fuck else.
So what does he want from these impressionable Saskatchewan hacks?
Legislation.
You mean he wants to influence the laws they make?
No, he wants to write the fucking laws. Okay, so Eric has this entire library of legislation written by the petroleum industry. And the big focus right now is renewable energy. He's trying to convince politicians in Saskatchewan to pass a law that would make it harder to get permits for those big wind turbines.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and these laws, they're written to make it look like these impressionable Saskatchewan hacks are environmentalists who are concerned about rangeland and farmland and protect them from the evils of wind farms, when in reality, they're not a threat at all. The whole point is just to put a lid on renewable energy.
Well, that's fucking depressing.
Yeah. Oh, and it gets worse too. Okay, so then there's Jackie, right?
Yeah.
She's this fancy lawyer with a whole team of young people that goes all over the country to climate marches and pipeline protests and water defender camps.
Yeah.
Right? I do all their travel arrangements. So these kids, they go all over the country and dressed as activists and shit disturbers, but in reality, they're just there to gather information.
What do they do with that information?
So Jackie uses it to mount slaps.
Slap?
No, slap, bitch. Strategic lawsuit.
Sorry, I do know what slaps are.
Okay.
Go on.
So the focus right now are on these protests going on at Fort McMurray. The tar sands companies are dumping polluted water into the Athabasca River, and the Cree First Nation wants to put a stop to it because the water flows through their land. PCD wants to get the activists to just give up and go home, so Jackie's mounting a slap against the nation.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. How does that make you feel, being a part of all of that?
Not good. Not good at all. I mean, it's a good job, and I'm good at it, and the people I work with are nice, mostly, and I mean, the pay is great, and there's probably a reason for that. A hug from you really helps, though. So, if you were in my shoes, what would you do?
Damned if I know, Bernie. I'm not in your shoes. I'm just a struggling student with big debts. Well, I'd like to think I'd do the right thing. The kind of money you're making would go a long way towards easing my conscience.
Yeah, God, you nailed it. I think we all like to do the right thing. But that money for expensive, shiny stuff and a nice place to live and vacations in exotic places with sandy beaches is awfully persuasive. I mean, I don't have big debts and the money I'm making is absolutely insane. But it pays for yummy pies and expensive wines. But at the same time, I mean, I could live on less. I did okay when I was working at the technical college.
Don't get me wrong, Bernie. I'm not pushing you to quit your job.
No, I get that. The problem is if I quit, they're just gonna hire somebody else and keep on doing the same old bullshit. Unless.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah. I got this final year project coming up next term.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do an actual investigative journalism piece. Plan it, do the research, write it up, and submit it to some news organization as an unsolicited article. Sometimes they actually get published.
Yeah.
I can do a story on all the bullshit the petroleum industry gets up to. We can manufacture some doubts of our own. And if we get it right, it gets out there in the open.
Oh my God, that would be amazing, but what about my non-disclosure agreement?
Don't worry about that. All I need from you is just some more examples of the shit they get up to, and I can do my own digging. We can't actually hide this kind of stuff. I just need to know where to look. I wouldn't even have to mention PCD.
So, I wouldn't be working for PCD so much as I'd be spying on them. Hey, you want some more wine? Maybe some more beer?
I'd like to, but if I have more to drink, I won't be able to drive home.
Exactly. As you can see, I'm feeling a little fragile right now, and I feel so much better if you stay. Please say yes.
Oh, twist my arm.
Okay.
Yes.
Cheers. Just manufacturing some doubt of our own.
Manufacturing doubt.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking your seats so quickly. My name is Wendy Phillips, and I am the director of the last play, A Life of Their Own. I have a couple of messages just before we get going. Oops, wrong slide. There we go. We did have a fairly last-minute casting change just a week before production. We had a change of role for the character of the role of Veronica. So Christine McKim will be acting with script in hand. So if you're wondering why, that's why. It's not because she didn't learn her lines. She's very close. This play will also use, and the theme of the play is, breaking the wall between traditional audience and stage reality. So there will be some incursions into the audience. So this is why we have a blue line down the middle. And I'm asking if you could make sure that chairs, coats, bags, and feet are out of the way, because our character will be coming down the main, this main center aisle, blinded by the floodlights. So we don't want her to break a neck on the way through. Okay. I would also like to make a note, in the program, we have 2 more upcoming events put on by Gabriola Players this season before the summer. The first is our afternoon of vaudeville, which will be the May long weekend. Just 1 performance, and it will be in the Aggie Hall as part of Made on Gabriola celebration. And if you would like to be part of Gabriola Players Theatre, as Peter said at the beginning, we do have another performance coming up in June, at the end of June. It's a production of Kirsten De Silva's comedy, 5 Alarm, about a very ferocious chili bake-off competition. So that's a hilarious play that we'll be collecting actors and stagehands for. So if you'd like to be in contact, you'll find the information in your program, and I hope you enjoy the last show of our festival. Thanks very much.
I go from here? How is Stan supposed to break up Alan and Jesse's relationship? He doesn't even know Jesse, and he's already made it clear he thinks Alan is unfortunate, that's it. Maybe reading aloud will get the creative juices flowing. Act 1, Scene 2. Stan and Mary sit at the dinner table. Stan: what are you doing tonight? Mary: Jesse and I are going to the movies. Stan: by yourselves? Is Alan coming? Mary: maybe. Stan: what movie are you going to? Mary: it's Jesse's turn to pick. She likes rom-coms, so one of those. Stan: trust Alan to go to a rom-com. What about action flicks? Oh, this just isn't working.
Maybe if you gave Alan more presents.
What? How did you get in here? Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I am what you wanted. The dream of every aspiring playwright is to have their characters come to life. That's what you said, and that's what I am.
How can you be standing there, a live person? It was a metaphor.
Maybe to you, writing may be a whimsical pastime to you, but this is my life.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm not offended. We play characters just need to take to the stage and fight for our rights, is all.
Fair enough. Who are you exactly?
Oh, I'm Alan Sloan.
Pleased to meet you. Is that what I say to a character in my play who's come to life?
Yes. For lack of established etiquette, pleased to meet you.
You don't know me. Veronica Parsons, aspiring playwright.
That's so strange. How many people get to meet their creator?
Well, you've only been alive a minute. You don't need to elevate me to a god.
It's what humans do, isn't it? I'm just trying to fit in.
You're being silly. You are supposed to be a more serious type.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do for you?
But maybe you could turn up the heat a little bit or something like that.
Lunch, maybe?
What's for dinner?
Okay, what's for dinner?
You expect me to fix you dinner?
You created me. Surely you expected to feed me.
I am busy now.
That's fine. I just need something to eat. It's really exhausting lying flat on the desk for days on end, months even, sometimes years.
Really? It's been years since I wrote in this notebook. I'm sorry, I didn't realize my writing style could cramp you so much. Perhaps you'd rather live in a computer.
Absolutely not. The computer age has been a horrible tragedy for us play characters. Cooped up in tiny little packs of silicon. No. Life on the desk in the pages of a notebook is so much better. Fresh air, music, wonderful smells coming from the kitchen. Sheets of paper to cover you at night. Of course, all that's changed now that I've come to life.
How so?
Well, for one thing, I can sit up and read the newspaper. Quite a joy.
You know, in the play, I made you really smart. Are you actually smart?
I certainly am. What you write is what you get.
Tell me something smart.
Most economists in the world today think that mercantilism is the old economic system in which nation states...
Okay, I get it.
Want me to finish?
I'm a playwright, not an economist.
Okay. How about this? The rise of fascism and extreme right-wing politics in the 2020s is so far closely paralleling the rise of fascism, racism, and extreme right-wing politics in the 1920s.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, it appears to be true. There were vast numbers of homeless people and immigrants who many people hated then, as there are now. COVID now, Spanish flu then. Individual wealth concentration as bad now as it was then. Extreme right-wing politics and openly fascist governments springing up everywhere then and now.
Oh, that sounds really scary.
Yeah.
Wait, if I don't know this, how come you know it? Well, I created you, remember? How can you know things that I don't know?
Look, you wanted me to come to life. To quote, The dream of every writer is to have their characters come alive and make their own way in the world.
Yes, my biggest dream for you.
I've done it. That's me.
I'm so glad.
Now, back to the food situation. Where is it?
Down the hall and to the left. This is so exciting.
What's to the left mean?
That way. Haven't had a man around in so long. And such nice buns. I didn't think of that either. Now, if only I could figure out what to do with Stan. Definitely don't want him to come alive. The world doesn't need any more creeps. But maybe the play does.
That was delicious. Avocado and bean sprouts on sourdough. I haven't had anything to eat since, I don't know, the last time you worked on the play.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to starve you.
I'm used to it.
Well, I had no idea that basic necessities are so troublesome for you. Are you cold? Would you like me to leave more heat on when I go out?
Yes, that would be nice.
Do you have enough clothes? Do you need a coat, perhaps?
Well, these are fine. I like the color.
I could make you a nice warm fire.
God, no! No fires, please!
Right, Key. What's the problem with a fire in the wood stove?
What if you were to have a hissy fit and chuck the whole notebook into the fire?
Chuck the whole... I never thought of that.
Yes, but when you're a character in a play, you have to be careful to make sure your playwright doesn't do anything rash.
How come Quimby's Quick Guide for Writing Plays doesn't have a chapter on caring for your character? It's a big oversight, don't you think?
Definitely. It's outrageous how oppressed we are. Slaves, basically.
Do you really think it's true that we're becoming more fascist and more racist? Is it true?
Don't ask me. I'm only a play character.
Well, it must be true, or you wouldn't be really smart.
What you write is what you get.
Who knew that writing plays could be so complicated and fraught with difficult questions?
Well, that one's easy.
Established playwrights who regularly examine the human condition?
Well, I was going to say bossy directors, but that works too.
How come you are the only character in Fire in the Fall to come to life?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? A major problem for us play characters. How do the ones who have come to life help the ones who haven't?
It might be my fault for not writing them well enough.
A common explanation amongst the play character crowd. I don't.
Why not?
It's a cop-out. We fictional characters have to take charge of our lives, demand to be included in the play script and production, and demand to be written properly.
But I already do write what you tell me to write. You're in my head.
That's just the kind of thinking that keeps our oppression going.
How so?
You excuse yourself of any responsibility for your writing not being good enough to make your characters come to life. It's outrageous.
So it's my fault that more of my characters don't come to life?
Obviously.
I thought you said that you didn't believe it when I said that I thought I probably wasn't writing my characters well enough to come to life. It's a cop-out, you said.
That's right. I remember. I did say that. And now I'm saying it's all your fault. I can't help what I say. I'm only a character in a play. It's so annoying.
I'm getting nowhere with this play and you are not helping.
Of course I'm helping. I'm talking some sense into you.
You are hardly making sense. I'm going to work on my other play. Farmer on an Island. Act 1, Scene 3. Gary and Isabel are in their garden harvesting produce. Gary: we'll need to pick the apples soon. Isabel: yes, and the last of the cabbages. Gary: honey, you go in. I'll take care of this. Maybe later we can go to hear the Scarlet Bottle Quartet down at the pub. Isabel: we don't have a sitter, dear. What will the children do? Gary: they'll be okay. It's only a couple of hours and the pub is just down the road. From off stage. Child: Mommy, can you help me with my homework? I can't do 9 plus 7. They only have 7 plus 9 in the workbook. Gary, maybe we can take them with us? Oh, this is terrible.
Well, maybe if you gave...
Holy, another one? You scared the knees off of me.
Come on, Gary. You're fine. Head held high, stiff upper lip, that sort of thing.
You don't even have the right play.
Really?
No, there's nothing about British working class perseverance in Farmer on an Island.
Besides some other play? Is this a sequel?
No, again, if you would just pay attention to your playwright, you would know who you are.
Oh, that. No need for the heavy guns. Just a small mistake.
Yeah, aside from scaring the stars out of me and getting the wrong play.
Minor details. How's it going? I'd like to check on my future.
Yeah, I'm not good. I thought a nice farm theme about folks on a farm, you know, farming, would appeal to people on an island who farm or garden at least, but it's not working. Oh, not enough drama. I mean, what kind of crises can a farmer have?
That's ridiculous. What about the drama of getting my 1973 Massey Ferguson tractor going? And there's a burning issue of how many eggs we'll get this morning. We might get none at all.
Well, I didn't realize that nature could be so treacherous.
You probably only thought of emergencies. One of the children has a toothache or appendicitis or something. But there's so much more drama in the farming life.
Who are you anyway? You sound like you're probably Gary.
You think I might be Hal? You could confuse me with that.
No,
snob?
Of course not. I was just checking.
Nope. I'm the only character in a Farmer on an Island that you have managed to bring to life.
Don't start that again.
Start what? I'm just reviewing the facts. A playwright's most cherished dream is...
Stop! I just went through all this with Alan.
Who's Alan?
Another character, another play.
Does that make us brothers or cousins?
Do I make you work too hard?
No, I don't mind. You wrote me love farming, so the hard work's part of the life. In my blood, if you like.
You have blood?
Real in every way. Want to see?
No, that will not be necessary.
Where do you sleep around here? And more importantly, who with?
How dare you? You are married, a married man with children.
Ha! They haven't come to life yet. As I see it, until you hit on the magic with them, I'm a free agent.
That is awful. You are being unfaithful.
Look here, when an actor in a play kisses an actress, are they being unfaithful to their actual spouses?
No, I see where this is going, but having a family with someone in a play is a bit different from kissing an actor.
Of course it isn't. There are lots of plays about families. Macbeth, Downton Abbey. Are all these actors being unfaithful?
But you aren't an actor, you're an actual character.
Not anymore. You know, you're quite the dish. How about we get it on?
Are you drunk? Did I write that in, or is the drink you're doing?
We did go hear the Scarlet Bottle Quartet. Had a pint or two to go with the flow.
Okay, my fault. Just go to bed and sleep it off.
I'll be waiting for you in a state of trembling ecstasy.
Don't you wish? Can't believe this. Haven't had a man around in 15 years, and now I have two at once. Such nice buns. I wonder why that is.
Wonder why what is?
Oh, never mind. You know, for two romantic leads, you and Gary know nothing about women.
Oh, and whose fault is that?
You're so tiresome. How about you make yourself useful around here? Surely you can do my taxes.
Of course.
Clearly Gary has the food covered.
Maybe you'd like to discuss Spanish history.
Yes, at some point, but fun dates are Gary's department.
I'm sure I could explain international trade if that would help.
Yes, soon after I've gone to bed would be an excellent time for that.
Sounds promising.
Oh, stop. What will I do with these 2 plays?
Maybe finish them.
Well, if I do that and more of my characters come to life, will they live here?
Very good feed them.
Can Gary feed characters that aren't in his play?
Don't see why not.
You know, I don't remember reading about these kinds of complications in Quimby's Quick Guide for Writing Plays.
I'm sorry to say, but I don't think we can trust our fate to Quimby's.
What am I supposed to do?
Can't help you. You're the playwright.
I need to really be careful who I put in my plays. Did Shakespeare have all of his oddball characters dropping in on him? I mean, surely if I can make 2 characters come to life, the great one must have had to open a hotel for all of his characters. I rather like having 2 men about. Was a bit chaotic at first, but now after 3 weeks we've settled into a lovely routine.
Must be nice to be alive.
Gary does all the cooking and repairs stuff, and Alan is so much fun to talk to. For some reason we're interested in so many of the same things.
Almost done with the family budget.
Of course it's a bit difficult having 2 men in bed with me. It's a bit of a squeeze, and you know what they say, a squeeze is a squeeze, lucky lady.
I don't know anyone who says that.
It is a bit annoying to have to bring my notebooks to bed with me, tuck them under the pillow.
Well, that's what's under the pillow.
Did you think I was saving for the tooth lady?
I assumed it was something by Karl Marx.
They're both thrilled to not have to say what I intended for them to say. Free speech is a big issue with play characters.
When's lunch?
Patience, Alan.
Make up your mind.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, okay, don't rush me. Have you guys actually met?
Oh, hi.
I'm Alan.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Gary.
It's taken you 3 weeks for the 2 of you to cross the barrier between 2 different plays?
Different islands.
Oh.
The ferry is slow.
It took humans a million years
Yeah,
or more.
okay, definitely gonna work on a farmer on an island.
How's it going today?
Don't you have something useful to do, like change the light bulbs?
What's wrong with the light bulb?
You're so literal. I was being sarcastic.
I don't know what that is.
Really?
Well, you don't write about it. At least not in a farmer on an island.
No, that play's all wholesome chit-chat. Aha! That's what's wrong with it.
It's not chit-chat. There are serious discussions about families and farm issues. What's wrong with the play is you don't mention the Massey Ferguson. You could really get the audience excited if you brought in the tractor.
I'm sure the 5-year-olds would be thrilled.
The audience for the play will be 5-year-olds?
Sarcasm again. Try to keep up.
You know, you need to stop that. You're being elitist. It's impolite to talk in such a way that I don't understand.
Don't tell me. More oppression of play characters. Yeah.
You could be more respectful.
Oh, please. You come into my home from some imaginary farm. I share my food and my bed. And you want me to be more respectful?
Righto. Just thought I'd give it a shot. That's Alan's fault. He's so passionate about this. Not my way at all.
I thought you didn't know each other until just now.
I don't. But the audience does. So the line still works.
I suppose I could try to be more respectful.
It wouldn't kill you.
Hey, I'm a character in a play too.
Really?
Yeah, it's my playwright that's making me say all these sarcastic things.
Why, wait. If you're a character in a play, then you aren't real. Or are you?
I don't know, I never thought about it.
You never wondered about the meaning of life?
Nope, my playwright doesn't give me any of those kinds of lines.
If you don't mind me saying so, your playwright seems kind of shallow.
My thoughts exactly. Or they would be if I were real.
This is too confusing to me. Maybe Alan can help.
Where is Alan anyway?
He's in a fire in the fall notebook, waiting for you to pay attention.
I'm not paying attention to either of you right now. I'm writing plays. Get with the program.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm writing now. Okay. Isabel, I don't know what's happened to Gary. He's not around anymore. Henrietta, have you even seen him? Does he visit the children at least? Isabel, I think he's having an affair. Henrietta, bastard, why would he do that? Isabel, I don't know. He loves farming and farm life. What more could he want? I just don't understand what I could have done wrong. Don't start, Isabel. It's not your fault. You are still lovely and such a good mother. This is such a dumb play. Maybe I'll just throw it away.
No! Never. Think of all the lives that will be lost.
Calm down. It's okay. I'll just put it aside. Okay?
Promise?
I promise.
Ah, there you are.
Well, of course I'm here. Where do you think I'd be?
An attractive woman like you might well be out cavorting with artsy types instead of tending to your characters.
You know, for somebody who's smart, you sure do have a lot of questionable opinions.
I think someone once said that the true genius manages to have more thoughts than average, thereby giving themselves a better than average chance of having an above average thought.
This might be a long shot, but I'm thinking maybe my playwright could write me well enough to make me come to life.
Oh my goodness. What would happen to all the characters in your plays if you become a real person?
I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about becoming real myself.
Well, get off your butt and start thinking about the rest of us.
Don't you start talking about my butt. You sound like Gary. You two mixed up your lines.
Gary and I aren't in the same play. How could we cross our lines?
Okay, well, I guess it's okay if you refer to my butt. Yours isn't so bad either.
Well, now that you mention it.
I only just got up. It's time for some serious playwriting.
Okay. What about us? Can we please discuss what will become of Gary and me if you become a real person?
How would I know? Do I look real to you?
Absolutely.
If I'm a character in a play, then so are you.
No, I'm real. You wanted me to come to life, and so I have. Your wish is my command.
My wish is for you to be sensible right now. I am sure that somebody is writing my lines for me. I say what I'm written to say, not real. Got it?
Well, what will I do without you?
I've been writing these plays for years. You'll be fine.
Not if you come alive. I will be left here in some kind of limbo, stuck between two universes.
Now you're getting all abstract on me.
And whose fault is that?
Don't blame me. You're a real person now.
How can I be real if you're not real?
I think I better see what Gary thinks about all this.
I assume you want to see me to discuss when you're coming to bed?
Of course not. I just got up.
Sorry, it's a little difficult for us play characters to keep track of the time. Never really sure when it's bedtime.
Focus.
Yes, my love.
Oh, stop. So Alan tells me that if I come to life, I mean actually come alive, then you and he will be left in limbo. Is that true?
Well, he's the smart one. How would I know? I'm still dealing with this heap of rusted surfaces or tractor. Couldn't you have given us a nice modern John Deere?
You are a farmer, a family farmer, on an island, which means you're poor.
Should have made it on thick in that department.
Now, tell me, if I join the world of the living, what will happen to you and Alan?
Much more important, how will we live without you? Our lives are gonna be on hold if you disappear. It'll be like you've exited the stage, won't it?
Well, obviously I can't just disappear off stage. There is no off stage. I mean, who knows what goes on off stage?
However you do it, what will happen to us? How will we have a life without you?
I wrote you to come alive. You'll just have to stand on your own 2 feet.
But I love you.
Stop.
How will I live without you?
This is wrong. You are supposed to be in love with Isabel, not me.
Won't you miss me at all?
Oh, of course I'll miss you, but I'm being written so well that I'm coming to life. It's very frightening, but it's out of my control.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, okay, I'm good.
I love you too. Please don't go.
Oh, it's you now. I have to go. My playwright has made me too real.
You're the playwright.
Well, there you go again. Obviously, I'm not the playwright. I can't write myself.
Please don't go. I love you.
I love you too. Stay, please.
Ouch! What hurt? I think I'm going to die.
Just a flash of lightning. You'll be okay.
I'm going.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you too, but I have to do this. What a nightmare. That was horrible.
Gary, she's back.
Reality
I thought I
was,
could be a farmer again instead of some meaningless scribble.
reality was such a terrible ordeal. I tried coming to life for a whole month, and it's pure hell.
Why?
First of all, you have to buy groceries. And you actually have to cook. You can't just disappear off stage and come back with a fully prepared meal, or have it appear on a table when the lights come up.
We've cooked, haven't we?
We've talked about cooking. Have you ever seen me cook for you on stage?
I think so. Maybe not.
Besides that, you have to actually get a job and read road signs and get around on foot or by transit.
Transit?
That's what they called it.
I think that's when a planet passes in front of the sun.
And you have to dodge wild motorists going every which way.
That one I know about. Island drivers are the worst.
Oh my God, and then there's toileting. Not just once or twice in your lifetime, but every day. Several times a day, good Lord. Just skip it, it's disgusting.
I like the outhouse. You put one on the farm for guests. They like to have the full farm experience.
I was so naive.
I think she's fine.
Looks like we're cruising.
In case anyone cares, Gary and I have had a fine time while you were away.
Glad to hear it.
That's right. Read 3 seed catalogs, cover to cover. I still don't know what they're planning.
Learned quite a bit of new stuff for the latest edition of Karl Marx. Want to hear it?
Oh, please.
You were telling us about the other world.
Oh, yeah, so it turns out that I'm what they call fertile. God, what a mess that is. I can't believe it.
Just blind. That's
She's
right.
talking fertilizer.
Oh, she's talking fertilizer. She's good.
The last straw came in the supermarket. Another quagmire. So I managed to get my shopping done, and then I had to do something called paying for it.
Finally, we're getting to the budget.
Focus, please.
Wake me up when you guys are done with the budget.
Never mind the budget. Okay, to pay for your food, you stand in a long line with other customers, and you're expected to chat with them. I have no idea how to chat.
I agree with that.
Well, at least we agree on something.
I had to chat once at the pub.
You most certainly did not. We play characters only talk about dramatic stuff that contributes to the plot of the play. Of course, you don't know how to chit-chat.
Is chatting important?
Unbelievably important. It's endless.
I doubt it. I wish we could get to Massey Ferguson.
Okay, fine. I will rewrite Farm with a John Deere tractor, only slightly
Well,
used.
thank you so much.
And when are we going to get to Karl Marx?
Never. Anyway, so I'm in the wait line, and the man in front of me is chatting with the woman behind me, and they're trying to include me, but they're discussing absolute drivel. The woman's last visit to the nail salon, and the man's going on and on about buying shoes. You get the idea.
Perfectly.
Really?
No idea.
So, I try to liven things up a bit by telling them a long tale about a woman whose son tried to embezzle her savings and winds up being boiled in his children's wading pool.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't believe how the man and the woman in the wait line responded.
This doesn't sound good.
And not just them.
Uh-oh.
The entire line of customers glared at me for being a drama queen. Even the cashier chipped in. You can imagine how I felt.
Yes, we can. That's awful.
I would be seriously humiliated in that situation.
Actually, I was shocked at first, but then I began to feel like I was on stage, and I love being on stage.
Me too.
I see what you mean. Sounds like a play. The Wait Line.
I think it's been done. It's a novel.
Focus. Where was I? Oh yeah, so everybody in earshot got on my case for being a drama queen, but what do they expect? I'm a play character come to life. Of course I'm a drama queen.
What did you do?
Well, I tried to entertain them by jumping up and down and making loud, wild, random noises.
Well, that sounds like you, but did it work?
No, a real staid bunch. I even took the pie from my basket and threw it on the floor, but that just made things worse.
I can imagine. I'll bet you really wanted to eat that pie.
Well, I did. But the big problem, I didn't have a director.
That must have been painful.
It was. Apparently lots of drama is good on stage, but seriously frowned upon in the grocery store.
Didn't someone famous once say, all the world's a stage? A colleague of mine, I think. Jacques, somebody?
I know that guy.
Anyway, by now, someone had contacted the store manager and I was asked to leave.
Finally, some serious conflict.
I know, right? Such a relief. Anyway, I eventually managed to convince the young man to let me pay for my groceries.
Line, I bet you were hungry. I bet you were hungry.
Well, yes, especially as the pie I was planning to eat was on the floor. I was madder than a cornered badger.
Maybe you should try filing a discrimination suit with the BC Civil Liberties Society.
No, there's no drama queen category.
In BC? It's just fine to discriminate against drama queens?
Yep.
Shocked.
Anyway, that did it. So I packed up my notebooks and nothing else. No clothes, no furniture, no books, because all that stuff's backstage in the props locker. And here I am.
I'm so glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad too.
The living can go to hell. Better yet, they can stay where they are. It's worse than hell. Endlessly fussing with all those little details.
We're so lucky.
How can anyone stand it?
We're so lucky to be in the theater where everything's taken care of.
Speak for yourself. Who changes the light bulbs around here? And who does the cooking?
You know perfectly well, it's the stage crew that does all of that stuff.
Yes, I know. It just sounded like something I would say.
Kind of an occupational hazard, speaking in character.
Please focus. This is my story.
Yes, of course.
Continue.
Free speech just isn't worth it. Drama queen, my ass.
That's it. Are we done?
Gary, you're being rude.
Oh, right. Honey, this sounds like a trip to the blackberry patch. Are you all right?
Yes, I'll live.
You know, if I had some champagne, I would toast to all the drama queens of the world.
Excellent.
Maybe you could write in a bottle of champagne.
No more alcohol for you guys.
We're so glad you're back. We love you so much.
Ditto.
I love you too. Wait a minute. Are there others? Did more of my characters come to life while I was exploring myself?
No, of course not.
You don't sound too sure. Guess it looks all clear. Still just you and Alan?
Yes, that's right.
Alan?
No one. Swear on Karl Marx.
Wait, isn't that Isabel behind the... It is! I can tell by her clothes. That's the outfit I imagined for her.
All right. She's just come to life. She doesn't know how to separate from the playwright's instructions yet. I think it was that last exchange you wrote between Isabel and Henrietta that pushed her to come into life. Well done.
Thank you.
I agree. Wonderful writing. Really electrifying.
You are so kind.
I think so too. Really outstanding work.
Thank you. A fine piece of writing, if I may say so myself. Isabel can't stay. There are enough of us, too many already.
She's my wife. You can't separate us.
Well, what about your children? You can't leave them behind.
You haven't actually put them in the play yet. Too hard to cast.
Okay,
There's
so
always a voice from backstage.
yeah, it's my fault for not writing them well enough.
More like not writing them at all. It is your fault.
Okay, fine. You've guilted me into taking Isabel as well. But we're going to need a bigger place.
Oh, at least 2 bedrooms.
The stage isn't big enough. Isabel will have to stay out of sight for now.
Okay, we can live with that.
What am I going to do now? Maybe I'll start another play. A good rip-roaring mystery. Or maybe some science fiction.
Of course, you're going to finish A Fire in the Fall.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. But I'm feeling kind of small. I feel like I need to expand my worldview.
You feel small. What about me?
Maybe I'll take a course in art history at the college.
That's the spirit.
A splendid idea.
And since I'll be at the college anyway, maybe I'll take some courses in regular history as well.
Nothing like a little history to broaden your horizons.
Wait a minute. Did you guys get your line mixed up? That was Alan's line, right?
No mistake. Gary said the right thing.
I'm beginning to think the playwright's messing with us.
How so?
Well, Gary's saying something thoughtful, and I'm suddenly becoming more interested in worldly matters, and Alan's being emotional rather than talking about economics.
Wow, I hadn't noticed. Maybe I'm getting less circumspect.
Next thing you know, you're both going to become superb lovers.
You mean we aren't already?
Of course not. I write family plays. There are no graphic love scenes. Anyway, best not to go there until we're forced to by the playwright.
Well, what the playwright again?
I suppose I should confess, the real world wasn't all bad. I met this guy at the fish market.
This sounds promising.
As I left the living, he made a joke about olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil.
Sounds like a weirdo.
I must say that fishmonger knew more about the world than selling fish.
I will have Isabel now, so not your problem.
Thank goodness, 2 men is too many.
You know, I kind of like being an intellectual, but do you think maybe I could switch to philosophy? Economics isn't that interesting to the audience. Of course, that means a complete rewrite of my part.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. But I like that you think about things too. Would the playwright please reach a compromise?
It's getting dark. I think it's the end of the world. Love you.
Love you.
It's probably just the play ending. I love you guys too. Goodbye, Isabel.
'Cause it's hard.